Oh man, that's good coffee. Hi everyone, it's Dolphin Treasure here, and welcome to this week's little vlog video. I am sick, and it's so aggravating because I've been sick like 3 times already this year. Oh my gosh, it's so super annoying. What I wanted to do with you guys today is to kind of do like a little Dolphin Treasure highlights video. There are some really good positive points of this year that I kind of just wanted to reminisce on. It is a bit early because I know the year isn't completely done yet. You know, we got 1 month left. I thought this would be a pretty much good time as any right now because there's quite a few things that I want to talk about. I thought it would be kind of a fun idea just to go back and kind of reminisce on what the highlights of this year, and even talk a little bit about, you know, some things that I kind of kept under the rug just a little bit. And I'm not trying to boast about them. I really want to discuss them because one, not only did it make me feel really good, but it also kept me motivated to keep going and to keep practicing my art and to like really put myself out there as an artist. And more so, this video is just about how grateful I am. I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for you and how much I really appreciate you being here with me and being here for everybody. And, you know, just stopping in and saying hi, checking out a video, putting a like down there, you know, subscribing, all that fun stuff. It really means so much to me. I never expected my channel to get over, I don't know, 20 subscribers, but now it's over 100. It's 135, which is an awesome number when you're first starting out. So I really hope to see this channel grow even more. So the first highlight of this year that I wanted to talk to you guys about was my Lord Minion 777 portrait that I posted in November of 2016. I was actually looking into Tumblr this year of all social media places, and I decided to get an account, and I saw some beautiful art pieces that people were posting on there, so I thought I could share my own stuff as well. So I was sharing my portraits of my favorite YouTubers that I made. I shared Jack's portrait that I painted, I shared Markiplier's portrait, and I shared Lord Minion's portrait as well. He found it on Tumblr and reblogged it. And it was super nice of him to do that, because not only did he reblog it on Tumblr, but he also was trying to confirm who the artist was and where it originated from, and he came across my video of me making it and he posted it to Twitter. Oh my gosh, that just makes me really giddy just thinking about that. He is so super sweet. I got to meet him in person at Indie PopCon a couple years ago, and he is the nicest person that you could ever want to talk to. He is really super sweet and super outgoing, and he gave me a hug. You know, of course you gotta ask and stuff, but he was just so super nice. It really made my heart swell with so much joy when that happened. And I'm not the only person that he has shared, obviously. There's so much artwork on his Tumblr and that he has shared over the years, and there are so many beautiful messages that he has sent to so many of his fans that, you know, it's really hard to keep track of it all. But I was so super happy about that, and it just really filled me with such inspiration and such motivation to be, you know, a good person, to be a better person, to be encouraging and to be inspiring. I'm really nervous talking about this because, again, I want to reiterate that I'm not trying to boast. I'm not trying to be an attention seeker about this. This is just one of the highlights of my year that I wanted to talk about because it was so super sweet, so motivating, so inspirational, and I am so glad that him and his friends, you know, his YouTube friends, are looking out for us, you know, that they really do care about the community. Not only did he do that for my video, but he also left a comment on my video too, saying, "Thank you so much for making this." Oh man, I just look at that and I get so giddy and my heart just goes like this, and oh, it is so sweet and so nice of him to do that. It really means a lot to me that he took time out of his day to do that stuff, you know, for my video, and it just made me feel so good, and it made me just encourage me to keep going and to, you know, keep keep up with this. Now, don't get me wrong, I have tons of favorite painting videos that I did this year, but if one stands above all the rest, it has to be my PewDiePie portrait. So far, this is my favorite painting that I've done this year, and it's by far one of my very favorite portraits that I've ever done. And the reason why it's my favorite is because just everything came together so well. It's really dusty, but everything just came together so well to create a beautiful, masterful portrait, in my opinion. You know, with the amount of layered details that I put on there, and everything just turned out so fabulous. And I am really, really proud of this one, and I'm really proud of the video that I made of it as well. And it's by far my favorite this year. And I was getting like really good compliments on it, you know, that it looks really realistic and that it looks just like him. You know, I captured his likeness very well. It's that one moment in your artistic life or your artistic career where you just go, yes, it is awesome, you know, and you're actually really, really super proud of it, and you're super proud of yourself. Just the way that everything came together so well for this painting, it just makes me really giddy, you know, because that amount of time, that amount of concentration, that amount of rendering that any artist puts into their works, you know, you just see the beneficial completed work afterwards. It just makes you feel so good about yourself. Every once in a while I had to step back from the picture and I had to realize what was wrong or what did I need to make better. And it turns out the reason why it was looking weird, quote unquote, is because he is not in the typical, his face is not a typical portrait face, if you will, quote unquote. It's not his resting face. He was actually biting his lip like this. And because I'm not really used to drawing like expressions or painting expressions on their faces, so it kind of started off a little weird, but then I was like, you know what, I just need to take a step back. And then after I realized what was going on, I was able to fix what I needed to fix. The way his face was lit in the picture, I really had to work on my layers, and I really had to make sure that everything was in its proper place and the proper colors were showing, because it was just a little wonky in terms of flatness. You know, his face was really flat. Like, there weren't a lot of shadows to manipulate or to work with to really create, you know, depth. So I had to kind of make it up as I went. At one point during this painting, his eye, one of his eyes looked like it was bulging out of his head because I made it way too big. So I actually had to go back in there with a slather of paint in different colors, and I actually had to move the eye. That's why it's by far my favorite painting this year, because it was such a challenge. And I accomplished that challenge. I overcame that challenge as an artist. One of my other favorite videos that I made this year was my Markiplier You're Welcome Tour fan review. I did not expect to get as many views as this video has. I posted this video after their little experimental tour when they were going through the Midwest here. That show was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And I know he's had many shows since then, and I was going over every single little detail in it and stuff like that, and just kind of ruining it for everybody. But a lot of people really liked the video, and I thought that it was so much fun to make and so much fun to talk about. I was just so enthused and so excited about it, I couldn't help myself. People were actually asking me genuine questions, you know, like, did I get to meet them? Was there an autograph session? Did I get any pictures with them? That kind of thing. And they were also asking me about the tickets that we purchased, and, you know, and I wanted to give them an open and honest answer as I possibly could. I know not everyone is going to have the exact same experience that I did, but when you ask those kinds of questions, I wanted to answer them honestly, openly, and truthfully. It was a very useful tool for people who were thinking of considering purchasing tickets for the show, and I'm glad I was able to encourage them to do that. Another one of my favorite videos that I made this year was when I did a fan review of Jack's show. So I did one for Mark, I wanted to do one for Jack. However, I had to take that video down, and I can't show it to anybody, I cannot talk about it, but I did have it up for like just a couple hours one day. It only got like 17 views on it or 20 views on it. It was very, very minimal. But when I saw a vlog that Sean had put out saying how grateful he was that everyone was kind of keeping it under wraps and keeping it a secret, that he would like you to come and experience it for yourself and not to give away everything in it. I was like, oh crap. So I immediately took the video down and I put it on private. But it was one of my favorite videos that I made this year, and I was so excited and so happy to be there at the show. I had such a great time. I just really wanted to talk about it so much. I was so happy and so excited and so giddy. You know, I got to see him in person. We got to see his comedy skills in person, and it was just really delightful overall. I love the show a lot. I really love the show a lot, and I felt so bad about it, so I actually put up a little apology video after I privatized the other one. I know a lot of people were very supportive, and that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love that video, is because the community came to me and told me that it's okay. You didn't mean to, you didn't know, don't beat yourself up, you're doing fine, you're okay, you know, that kind of thing. And no one's angry, no one's mad, that sort of thing. And I'm really, really thankful that you guys were there for me too, so I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. For those of you who have seen it, just shush. Shush, shush, shush. You know, another one of my favorite videos that I did this year was just recent, actually, and it was in October, and it wasn't a painting, it was my makeup tutorial. I was Auntie for Halloween, and I thought, you know what, it would be fun to make a little makeup tutorial for people. I was really excited about that intro that I made for the video. I really loved it. It turned out so good. I was really proud of myself for that, because I was thinking to myself, oh man, would I be able to do what Robin does? Like, how can I replicate that, you know? And I was trying to look up techniques and stuff, and some of the programming was a lot different than what he has versus what I had. So unfortunately, I had to kind of make it up as I went along. I love this intro. That's like my favorite part about the whole video. And then just me being generally creepy and overlapping the videos together and just be like, yeah, fading in and out and cutting in and out, and oh, it just turned out so freaking cool. And I had to go in there and make sure that I edited the screenshots exactly how I wanted it, and I had to add in all my sound effects by hand, and it took me hours to make this video, but it turned out so well, and I am so proud of it. I am so proud of it. Now, of course, it was a little wonky when it came to the makeup and stuff, because on fast forward it looks like I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to myself as it's muted or as the music is going through, and it wasn't anything important, I promise. It was just, you know, me talking, like you know, just talking about how much I appreciate Auntie and things like that. So it wasn't like really important or impertinent or impertinent to the makeup itself. It wasn't impertinent to the makeup itself, so but it just looks really weird. But that intro, man, I am so proud. I am so proud of that intro. Oh, I've loved it so much, and a lot of you guys really liked it, and it got a lot of really good reciprocation, so I'm really happy about that. And I want to do more stuff like that in the future too. Of course, I'm not the best makeup artist in the world, but I think it would be a lot of fun to try that again. So just because I'm like, oh my gosh, my editing skills are gonna get better, and you know, I have so much to learn and so much to go, and I'm just like so super excited to do it. Oh, that's so cool. Some of the other highlights I want to talk about now are not video related. They're actually social media related. This is the part where I talked about earlier in the video where this stuff was low key. My Tumblr account gets a pretty good amount of traffic. And when I first started posting there, I mentioned earlier that I posted the portrait of Wade, and I posted a portrait of Mark, and I posted a portrait of Jack. One thing I did is I took those paintings and I set them up behind me on the floor, and I posed with them on the floor, me kind of doing this, you know, and I actually had my longer red hair, and I posted it to my Tumblr page, and in the caption below it said something along the lines of, guess who's next to get their portrait painted, and then I tagged my Skirm in it. No, it started off where it just got a couple likes, it got a couple of views, and then all of a sudden my phone was going crazy with Tumblr posts. It just kept coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in. And I thought, what in the world is going on? So I opened my phone and I saw that Jack had reblogged it. He liked it and he reblogged it. And he left a little comment on there saying that these are awesome, great job. Oh my gosh, my heart is beating in my chest just thinking about it and going back to that. But I was ecstatic. I think I had the exact same reaction that I did when Wade reposted my stuff. I did this. Of course, I didn't want to boast about that. I kind of wanted to keep it to myself and keep it under wraps. But it really had a strong impact on me. I'm not gonna lie. Not only does he go out of his way to do that for everyone, you know, he does it for a lot of his members of the community. It just makes you feel really, really good about yourself. I really enjoy making artwork of them. When you have a little bit of a push like that, it can really help, you know, because they were so nice enough to do that for you. You just can't help but appreciate them even more. Not only are they entertaining, but they're also genuine and kind-hearted people. And that's something that I want to strive to be too. And I really appreciate the strong encouragement that I have received from the community as a whole. I'm just so thankful and so glad for the positive reciprocation and the positivity that came behind it. So thank you guys so much. I'm actually really curious about your guys' experience with any YouTubers sharing or liking your stuff, your hard work. It can be an artwork, or it can be a GIF, it can be a video, it could be anything. I want to hear from you. I would generally like to know how you felt. I would love to know what was going through your head. I would really love to know what your genuine reaction was. If you screamed, if you fainted, if you just did this, you know, I would really love to know. I wanted to share my experience because I wanted them and you to know exactly how appreciative I am and how much it has inspired me to keep going and to keep working hard and to reach my goals and to reach my dreams and, you know, just accomplish whatever I want to accomplish that I set my mind to. And I've met some of the sweetest people in the communities. I've made some really cool friends and I've met some really cool people. So those are just some of the highlights that I felt I wanted to go over this year because, you know, both video wise and social media wise. I'm really happy to share these experiences with fellow fans and with fellow community members because it just makes me so happy, you know, to know that there's a lot more people out there who have and share that common interest. I can't be any more thankful for the friends that I've made and for the people that I've talked to, you know, that are very inspirational, motivational within themselves. Again, comment below about your own experiences with YouTubers from anywhere sharing your hard work. I would really love to know what your genuine reactions were. It's fun to hear different stories and it's really fun to hear your perspective. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and don't forget to do awesome, be awesome, and stay healthy. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Bye-bye!